Hello everybody, True Marvis here, your 2 million G gamer. Welcome to another True Plays. Today we're going to be looking at a relatively new game. It came out on the 15th of September and it's called Wayward Strand. It's priced at $14.99 and it is developed and published by Ghost Pattern. Available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S consoles, and probably available on everything else as well. But this is the Xbox version. We're going to have a quick look at what it says about it. Wayward Strand is a heartfelt story told in a curious way. Hop aboard an airborne hospital and meet its fully voiced cast of eclectic characters. As time passes for everyone on board, explore the interwoven lives of patients, staff, and discover something new on each and every playthrough. Okay, so let's boot it up. First time playing it, so I don't know what to expect. My gamer score on the bottom left of the screen there. We'll be adding to that as we go along, hopefully. Let's get my gamer score bot up and running. I'm just looking at it on True Achievements and nobody has all the achievements yet, though it does have a very small install base, only 17 people tracked, which is a bit of a odd one. Hopefully this will get the game a bit of publicity and we'll be able to get that player count up a bit. Hopefully these are glitched achievements as well. There's quite a lot of 0% ones. Very low on lock rates, to be honest with you. Extremely low on lock rates. Anyway, let's get going. Let's have a look. Saved automatically, lovely. Settings, let's have a look what we've got. Gameplay, audio description off. Well, it's off the default. I guess that's describing the scene, like a narrator, just for those who are probably visually impaired, which is great to see. Font scale, we can upscale that as well. Again, brilliant. Audio, global dialogue, music effects, advanced effects. Character movement, props, user interface, Atmos. Interesting. Jump in. Already liking the presentation of this. I have to bear in mind, excuse me for the pop-ups that are going to come up at the bottom of the screen. I'm installing a lot of things at the moment for future content. Excuse me. We're coming from a damn cold as well, hence the slow production of coverage at the moment. It looks like an old looks like kind of like the you've seen the Snowman, or people have seen the Snowman, the animation, Raymond Briggs book animation. Kind of looks like that kind of art style. Very lovely, very nice. Then we have that. That's weird. Looks like it's an actual proper ship, but then it's these massive like airbags, like a Zeppelin have. Very strange thing. Very reserved opening to the game. Friday, January 27th, 1978. That's almost a year after I was born. Almost. 3 more days. Oh, it's animated as well.
So you're excited after all?
Oh. It's animated and it's fully voiced.
Just having a look.
It's a nice view. I usually forget to look out. Your bag looks pretty bulky. What have you got in there?
Body. I'm probably going to be quiet for most of this video because I don't want to overtalk the voice acting, which even just listening to a few lines seems to be done to a very decent standard.
Casey.
Oh, it chooses one for you if you don't pick. would be nice to have a timer on the screen to make you aware of that.
I'll help.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and we'll listen to the
I
game.
don't get why it's such a big deal.
It's a distraction. You've always got your nose in that thing. Casey, look, I need your cooperation. Your help today.
But why me?
Why you? I need help. You're on holiday. Plus, I gave birth to you, so you owe me one.
Gross, Mum.
Imagine if you were stuck in bed all day. No one coming to visit you, not even your family.
Heaven.
Pardon?
This thing looks a bit rickety, doesn't it?
It's only for a few days. Just be good, please.
Give me a sec. All good now. See you later, Mrs. Beaumaris.
Thanks, Ted.
So what are you going to be up to?
I'm helping my mum.
Mrs. B, good luck.
Casey, come on. We've got a long day ahead of us. There'll be no time for dawdling. All right. Here we are.
Now, who are you?
Casey.
Casey. Wonderful name. Very original. I'm Esther. Nice to meet you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go solve a mystery about a goat.
Casey, come here.
She said she's up for it.
Right, okay. All right. Lily, this is Casey.
Hi, Casey.
I'll be busy in the general ward, so come see Lily if you need anything. Now, your job is to go to each of the patients' rooms and spend some time with them. Oh, Lily, did you find a spare fob watch?
Yeah, I think so. It's here somewhere.
See if the patients need anything, but otherwise just give them a bit of company. Got that?
Yeah, found it.
Great. All right. Catch you later, Case.
Bye, Mum.
Okay, here you go. You can use it to keep track of the time. A lot goes on in a hospital. You can't be everywhere at once. I'll be busy today, so you're going to have to choose how you spend your own time.
Can't you just give me jobs to do?
You can come back to me and I'll make some suggestions, but you're going to have to make your own decisions. Plus, it's still your holiday. Try to enjoy yourself a little bit. All right. Now, Mrs. Vaughan's room is just down the hall. That's a good place to start. She's really friendly. If I'm not off doing something, I'm usually just here. So head back anytime you need help.
So it looks as if time is going to be an important factor here, because we've got obviously a prominent watch in the bottom right hand corner there. Bottom left we have a notebook and an examiner. We've got direct control of the character. We only can move left and right, and we don't have to move into the screen and out of the screen. Let's press Y for the notebook. Let's have a look at that. So it just gives us information about the characters with an amusing drawing of the individual. Not one of the mum, I see. No drawing of the mum and the rickety old ship. Okay, interesting. This is very well presented. It's good, yeah. Right, who's this? Approach Lily. No. This is Vaughn. Use elevator.
Soviet nuclear power satellite, which disintegrated over
Listen
Canada
into
yesterday, has a
cafeteria
large
table.
radioactive
Let's do
trail,
that.
Which will begin to produce fallout. In a few weeks, say West German space experts.
Berliners, eh?
The Institute for Space Observation at Bochum said that...
Where?
Bochum?
Ah, Bochum.
So, they said the fallout could affect any part of the Earth's surface between the equator and the 52nd parallel. Professor Hines came in, Kaminsky, Head of the institute said a cloud of nuclear fission products.
He's reading a newspaper for this elderly gentleman.
While re-entering the atmosphere. Cool.
You said Canada?
I'll read ahead. It says the Canadian government is complaining to the Russians about it.
Let's go do something else.
Type of reactor. The cloud was
Chessboard. Look out. Look at notebook. Okay. It's very well presented, isn't it? I love it when a developer takes time and effort on a game. I mean, I know they all do, but, you know, this is, you know, whoever's done the artwork on this, very talented. Mrs. Vaughn.
Hello, dear. Come in, come
Oh, the wall wipes away. Very nice.
Casey Beaumaris. My, you must have grown a mile a minute since I last saw you. How tall you've grown.
Nice to see you, Mrs. Vaughn.
Ida. Please, Ida. We're all friends here. Welcome to the hospital. Come in, please. Make yourself at home.
I was a bit conscious with games such as this going too long on them, because obviously they are heavily story based and
This feels weird.
you don't want to see it all in a video.
I don't know. Are you okay?
So we won't go too long on this, but we'll just get a just general feel of it. But
Let me let you in on a secret.
impressions at the moment, very good. Did I tell you the price of this? This is £15.
We'll just tell you if we want some time.
£15 in the UK, $19.99 in the US and EU.
But what should I be doing?
Just do whatever you're comfortable with, dear. Be sure to enjoy your day today.
Only criticism I have at the moment with it is that if you're going to put a timer on decisions,
Okay then.
um,
Later, dear.
let's see the timer. What does the X button do? I never pressed the X button, did I? Oh, it just marks where people are in case you forget. Nice touch. Okay. Elevator. Who's this chap? Can we speak to them when they're roaming around? Nope. We have an elevator. Let's see what's to the left. There's Lily. We can head down, head up. We can sit down, read for a while. And we're not allowed in the office. Read for a while? I think it said we got 3 days, haven't we, on this? I think it said that. There's a lot of looking at the notebook, isn't there? A lot of opportunities to just sit and look at the notebook, even though you can look at it any way you want. But it just adds to the immersion, really. I mean, look at the animation on this. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's like Luke's playing a comic. Let's sit down here as well. Okay, let's head upstairs. We can go down as well. Go to the upper level. These kind of games aren't for everybody. But another office we can't go into. But for those who do like a good slow-paced story game, then I think this is going to be a good one. Ew. Am I using intercom? What intercom? Oh, there's an intercom there, yeah. Press the button.
Hello? Anyone there? Is this thing working?
It's broken. Who's this?
Hello?
You not talk? Hello.
Um,
Maybe she's deaf.
Hello? Excuse me, what's your name? What is your name?
Interesting. Okay.
Goodbye then.
Bye for now. Okay, let's use the elevator. And we'll go to the lower floor because we've already done the middle floor. Yes. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Is it patient? Is it Esther? Oh, where's Esther? Empty room. Okay. A very big game world. Who's this?
What?
Dr. Bashard?
What are you here for? Time to turn me sunny side up?
Sorry, I'll leave you alone.
Good.
Oh, if he wants to be left alone, we'll leave him alone. Peek into patient's room. Oh. What's going on in there?
Hi, Esther.
Guten Tag, Mr. Bruce.
So they're all going about their own business, aren't they? Which is nice. There's Lily.
Hey, Case.
Oh, hey.
And they just naturally interact with one another. Peek into nurse's break room. Oh, honey.
Hey, Joe.
Lilibel.
Mr. Avery and his coffee. Can you have a chat with him about it? You know he doesn't listen to me.
So you think you'll listen to me?
Dr.
I really like this. This is, if you're looking for a chill experience that's done to a very high standard, then this is definitely game. I mean, these rooms, like, when I walked past them, they were unoccupied, but now this one is occupied. Well, they are going about their daily business. They probably work on a schedule based on the time. I'm just assuming that, but that would be logical to think that. I imagine we can get into these offices at some point as well, but again, got a time factor to play in.
Dr. Alavi, requesting Dr. Alavi at the PRC.
Yeah, look, things happening. She made notes. She's making notes about each individual in a notebook, and I guess over multiple playthroughs you would build up a story of them. I don't know if the notes would carry over, but you could possibly carry over, you know, possibly like each one has a story to them and probably has a natural conclusion to their story one way or another. Now recently they're not talking anymore, you see, they've gone, so they're obviously somewhere else. Piano there, got another intercom. Yeah, I don't, like I say, I don't really want to go too far into this one because it is a narrative, story-driven experience, and you don't want to watch me, you know, play the game for you and spoil that experience for you. But what I can say is the visuals, spot on, perfect, excellent. You know, you can't fault them really. It's like a comic. It's obviously framed in that way as well with the white border around it. It's done really, really well. The voice acting, again, spot on. It seems to be fully voiced. Every character's got a voice, every line's got a voice, every bit of dialogue's got a voice, choice is voiced. That's good. Really good. And what also is really good is these. I'm going to see what this does. Not sure. Not sure what audio description does. I thought it would describe the scene.
Hi again. Yeah, not sure what that setting does. It obviously will do something. Let's see if we can upscale the font. Let's just see what that upscales to. Oh, look at that. Very good. So if you're struggling to read them, you can boost the size of the font up. Accessibility, guys. Like, even a game like this, you would not imagine has accessibility, would you? But you know, it proves that you can go that extra mile and make games easier to play for your customers. But yeah, I'm not sure what this does. What's always a good idea in games, I always say this with every single game, right? If you have an option in a menu and it's an unusual option, and especially when you've got room as well, which you have on this screen, tell us what it is. Put a description of what that actually does when you toggle it on and off. Because there's so many games I see when they have this oddly named option and I have no clue what it does. So how can I decide if I want it on or off if I don't know what it does? It could be the best thing ever. It could be a thing that changes the entire game for me. If I don't know I want it turning on or off, I can't make that decision, can I? I would have thought this describes the scene in some fashion. I mean, I don't know what it is actually doing, but it must do something. It is something to do with the gameplay. Maybe there is some aspect of it I've not actually got to at this moment in time. Maybe I have to press a button. Do I have to press a button? Maybe. What's the other buttons do? Let's have a look. Bumper buttons, nothing. Triggers, nothing. X is notebook, of course it is. B, A, D-pad does not. Oh, D-pad, you can move your character with a D-pad if you so wish. L2. Sorry, L3, R3 do nothing as well. Okay. Yeah, anyway. I don't want to really go too far into this. £15. They've obviously put a lot of effort into this. I'd say £15 is going to be perfectly fine for this kind of experience. It probably is one that is going to require multiple playthroughs. I mean, just looking at what it says, if we go back to the marketplace description for the game. Don't know why it says I want to install it when I've literally just been playing it. Kids prefers to accompany books to people, but she grew secretly planning to write an article about her visit for the school newspaper. With a trusty notebook at the ready, Casey arrives on board the airship. The staff are overworked as they prepare for a visit of an important official, while the patients react to grief or deal with active trauma. In the midst of these many interlocking and overlapping stories, Casey spends time with patients learning about their lives, and as the stories unfold, discovering what she can do to help. Explore a living world. Within the world of Wayward Strand, time passes for everyone. Characters continue their lives without waiting for you to interact with them. In Wayward Strand's unique narrative structure, the stories of over a dozen characters constantly unfold around you in real time as you, as Casey, roam freely throughout each day. Choose which story to be part of by following people having conversations and exploring the hospital. Hospital's residents, I've read that, haven't we? So yeah, so basically it's going to be multiple playthroughs. I guess you basically have to shadow an individual and follow their story through to a natural conclusion. It does say voice and screen language is English. That is one thing that I don't think there was. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's one thing there's not, is there? I just noticed that. I can understand it not being voiced in multiple languages, because that would get very expensive. But the wording, the written words, the text, that's unusual not to have options. That is very unusual. I honestly can't remember a game offhand that didn't have any options. I've come across a few with very limited options, but not one that doesn't have any at all. So that is a little bit weird. It's not a game breaker, but if you can't understand, or if you can't understand English, or you can't read English, then obviously that's a big barrier to entry with this game. So if you've stumbled across this video and your English is not super great, that is something you need to be aware of. It is fully voiced and fully texted in English and English only. There's no Spanish, German, there's no other languages at all, which is odd. Nevertheless, excellent visuals, excellently drawn. You can just see from its limited amount of time, care and attention is being put into this. It's brilliantly voiced. I say the only two negatives I can think of is the language More options would have been nice. I don't mind the voice not only being in English, but text. You should really have translated it into other languages. I know that would have bumped the cost up a bit, but you are shutting yourself off from a lot of customers if you only have one language available. And the other thing, there's a hidden timer making the options that should be visible, just so we know. Or there should also be an option to turn the timer off as well, because for content creators who would like to stream your game and everything, it's always nice to play along with your community in these kind of games. So a streamer mode, a lot of these games tend to have, where the time factor in making a decision is removed entirely, and you can take as much time as you want while you chat things with your viewers, or even if it's just local in your own house and you want to have a discussion of what to pick, what to choose, not having to rush and make a quick decision is good. So that option should have been in place. But nevertheless, Wayward Strand, from the bit that I've experienced of it, I can see is going to be a high quality product that requires multiple playthroughs to get the complete picture and all the stories of the individual inhabitants of this weird airship hospital. Hopefully the airship has a story of its own as well. That would be very interesting, as well as the individuals. It's a very, very weird and wonderful ship. I mean, it looks like a normal ship, but it has these giant airbags on it all over the place, which is what's keeping it in the air. It's like questioning, like, why is it in the air? Why is it not just on the water? Very weird. Hopefully that is answered in the game's story, or one of the game's stories as we go through it all. But yeah, Wayward Strand, a definite recommendation from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do all the good YouTube stuff, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks very much for watching.